Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mass Retirees Weekly Update. Today's Friday, September 27th. I'm Sean Duhamel. Thank you so much for joining with us and tuning in again this week. Now, those of you who are Mass Retirees members and receive our newsletter, The Voice, or receive our weekly email messages that come out every Friday morning, or just watch these videos on social media, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook, you know that in recent months we have been conducting quite a bit of reporting on the use of medical marijuana or medical cannabis amongst older retirees or older Americans. And a study that was just released last week by AARP really speaks to and points to why we have become interested in this topic and why so many of our members are interested in this topic. And let me say at the outset that I realize that there is no one-size-fits-all for the types of information we're providing and the variety of issues that we're focused on, whether it be the COLA, Social Security Weapon GPO, Medicare, whole person health, as we reported on last week, or in this case, the use of medical cannabis to treat as a treatment option or alternative for certain illnesses, injuries, disorders, and so forth. So if this is not something you're interested in, simply skip watching this video or skip reading this week's email message, and maybe next week there'll be a topic that you're interested in. But we have more and more members who are sharing with us their interest in this topic, their interest in utilizing medical cannabis as a treatment option, or who have been utilizing medical cannabis for some time to treat various disorders. And the AARP study really points to the growth of interest in this particular topic. According to the AARP, 1 in 5 adults over the age of 50 has used a cannabis product in the past year. Now, the AARP study didn't differentiate between recreational use of cannabis and the medical use of cannabis. And as we have said in the past, we are strictly focused on the medical use of cannabis. While recreational use is legal in Massachusetts, it was legalized nearly a decade ago now through a referendum, just like the medical cannabis question more than 12 years ago now. I think we're going on 14 years, was legalized by a referendum. Our focus is exclusively on the medical use of these drugs. So AARP is, as I just said, found that 1 in 5, which is 21% of adults over the age of 50, have used a cannabis product in the past year. Now, one of the reasons why this is really grabbing the attention of AARP and others, and mass retirees amongst them, is that just in 2021, that same question found that 1 in 8 adults, or 12%, had used cannabis within the past year. So in just a 3-year period of time, we're seeing the results nearly double, going from 12% to 21%. The problem with all of this, of course, is that there's not a lot of guidance and direction and the involvement of doctors, clinicians, medical professionals to make sure that those who are utilizing particularly medical marijuana are doing so in a safe and effective way. And other studies are showing that we have a growing number of older Americans, retirees, who are running into complications, problems, ending up in the emergency room because of the side effects or the ill effects of the overusage of cannabis. One of the problems is that the cannabis products that are available today, particularly those products that are THC based, which is the compound within cannabis that gives folks the high effect, so to speak, is a lot more potent than it was decades ago. So someone who may have used cannabis, back in the 60s or 70s or 80s, they're finding now that what is available today, even on the medical side of things in some cases, is a lot more potent, stronger than it used to be. And folks are running into problems because of that. So that's one of the reasons, really one of the key reasons why we are interested in this subject. We know that our members are utilizing these drugs for valid medical purposes. but they're doing so without a lot of guidance and not a lot of know-how into making sure that they're using the product safe and effectively, and that they're also getting their money's worth, because there's a lot of sales of these types of things throughout the dispensaries across Massachusetts, and through word of mouth. People are trying things, spending money on things that may or may not be the most effective way to treat a certain condition or disorder, or to give folks the relief from pain and other usages that are really what the intention should be. So that's why we have partnered with EO, which is a Massachusetts company strictly focused on the medical use of cannabis. The products that they are providing, and I think there are 8 or 9 products that are available at this point, none of them are smokable. None of them can be vaped. As a matter of fact, from the medical usage of cannabis side of things, medical doctors advise against smoking the product or against vaping the product because of the negative side effects and the ill effect on our health by smoking those types of products. Many of the products being offered on the medical side are ointments and gels. They're topical. They're meant to be used to treat arthritis and chronic pain, and to be targeted on certain areas of the body, that you're not just ingesting this. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. And again, we are strictly focused on the medical use of these products, not the recreational use. So today's email, and those of you who are Mass Retirees members, remember that every Friday morning at 6 a.m. an email blast comes out under my name from Sean Duhamel, providing a little bit of a deep dive into whatever the topic of the week is. And within this week's topic, we're advising those of you who are interested in using medical cannabis, or perhaps you're already using it. We're advising you to, first of all, talk to your doctor, talk to your healthcare professional, talk to them about why you're interested or why you are already using the product. Make sure that there's not going to be a negative interaction with other potential medications you're taking, whether it's a prescription medication or an over-the-counter medication. You want to make sure that you're using these things in a safe and effective way, first and foremost. But also, if you're interested in using medical cannabis, or if you're already using it, it's also a good idea to utilize the option of a free care plan that EO is offering to all Mass Retirees members. This is just one more step to make sure that you're getting the bang for your buck, and that you're doing so in a safe and effective manner. Because after all, if you're using these products for a medical purpose, you want to make sure that you're not doing something that's going to be counteractive, that's going to leave you in a worse situation or create another problem. And if you are using the medical cannabis, or if you're interested in it, take a look at what some of the products that EO is offering. Again, they're offering it at a discount to Mass Retirees members, and we're also strictly focused on certain areas of treatment or areas of focus. And the links to those specific products can be found within today's email message to all of you, but it's also, the link is contained within our social media posts as well. So again, we're focused on this because our members are interested in it. Over the past several months, we've heard from quite a few of you who have talked about either why you have transitioned from some of the traditional pharmaceutical prescription products over to a medical marijuana product, and the results that you're seeing. And we've also heard from quite a few members who are interested in doing so. And again, the first advice we're giving to everybody is talk to your doctor. That's where this should begin, and you can make sure that you're getting the best possible treatment that's available, and doing so in a safe way. But with that, I'm going to sign off for this week. We will be back to you again next week to kick off October. We're anticipating that the COLA Commission will soon get underway. The Post-Retirement Work Task Force will be soon getting underway, and we'll have a fresh update in the coming weeks on what's happening in Washington, D.C. When it comes to the weapon, the GPO, and the discharge petition. But with that, I'm going to sign off for this week. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll be back to you again next week with a fresh update. Bye-bye, everybody.